What kind of experience is it when an Audi is equipped with Huawei's Qiankun driving assistance system? Is it reliable? Is it stable? Today, we're going to find out by experiencing this SAIC Audi A5 LR we introduced in the previous episode. Now, let's set off and test how its autonomous driving performs. Start the engine, fasten the seatbelt, and we're ready to go. Let's begin navigation. Set the destination to Yuanwang Mungo City. All right, we shift into gear and we can start driving. Okay, we're turning on the driving assistance now. Things are a bit chaotic at the moment. This older guy is getting pretty close to us. Let's see how the system handles it. There's a red light ahead, and we need to make a U-turn here. But let me emphasize one thing. No matter how good the autonomous driving system is, you should never take your hands off the steering wheel. That's being responsive to others and to yourself. All right, the light is green now. Let's see what it does. Honestly, using a driving assistance system on a gas car feels kind of magical. That's because traditional gas cars usually have electrical architectures that aren't very well designed, which leads to higher signal latency. As a result, assistance systems tend to react slowly. Let's see how this car handles the U-turn. Pretty good. Not bad at all, especially considering this is my first time experiencing this on a gas car. Okay, after the U-turn, it accelerates quite smoothly. To be honest, that's a bit of a surprise. For Huawei's Qiankun system, elevated highways like this are basically a piece of cake, almost too easy. So I've decided to raise the difficulty level. Let's change the route and head into the mountains. Now things get more challenging. Driving a gas car on mountain roads with driving assistance means more complex conditions ahead. There's a van in front of us. How will it handle that? This is actually pretty interesting to watch. Another car is coming. Okay, obstacle avoidance. It's avoiding the obstacle. All right, it determines it's safe and continues forward. You can see how complicated this situation is, and honestly, it's handling it quite well. This assistance system uses a combination of dual LiDARs plus multiple sensors. In theory, there are no blind spots, so I think its performance on mountain roads should be pretty solid. This SAIC Audi A5 AR is built on Audi's new PPC platform. It uses a brand new electronic architecture with a pre-centralized design. The advantage of this is that signal transmission latency across the entire vehicle is reduced to microsecond level. You basically can't feel any delay at all. That's one of the key reasons it can support advanced driving assistance. On top of that, it has a VMM system, which is like integrating the car's powertrain, steering, and chassis into a unified control system. Once the driving assistance gives a command, everything executes at once. That's fundamentally different from traditional gasoline cars. There's a large crane ahead. How will it handle this? It chooses to slow down and move slightly to the right to give way. That's pretty smart. Overall, its braking and driving strategy feels quite conservative and safe, which is reassuring. Up ahead, there's a tricycle and a bus. This is a tough scenario for autonomous driving. What's it going to do? Okay, it chooses to follow slowly, then prepares to accelerate. You can see the prompt saying it's avoiding obstacles for me. Not bad. And then it moves back into the lane smoothly. You all saw that. Honestly, pretty impressive. All right, sorry to interrupt, but since this is an Audi, and a gasoline Audi at that, I really want to see how it drives manually. I'm taking over now and switching directly into sport mode. Okay, floor the accelerator. This is a 2.0-liter engine, but when you press the throttle lightly, it actually feels closer to a 3.0-liter. That's because the 5th generation EA88 engine, combined with the MHEV Plus system, delivers power very directly, especially when you occasionally floor it. The electric motor is now integrated into the transmission, so at launch, torque is amplified and comes on very quickly. That's why when you hit the throttle hard, the power feels very strong and immediate. Of course, if you keep flooring it repeatedly, you'll notice the power doesn't feel quite as aggressive anymore, which is totally normal. That's not really how people drive in real life anyway. No one is flooring it non-stop. I can tell this car would perform very well on a track. The chassis is classic European. Basically, as long as it's fun to drive, that's what matters. If you prefer something more comfortable and better suited for typical Chinese driving habits, you could choose the front-wheel drive version, but I personally would absolutely recommend this quattro version. The chassis support is extremely strong. You can really feel the front end biting and pulling. That kind of front-end feedback is rare in family cars these days, especially in the era of EVs. Even though I haven't taken it to the track, I'd bet its lap times would be quite respectable. You can look it up. It feels like Audi really figured it out. If we're still driving gasoline cars, then they should be fun to drive. Fun doesn't necessarily mean massive horsepower. It means strong driving feel, and they nailed that. If you like gas cars, enjoy handling, and want that engaging driving experience, not just straight line speed, this car is absolutely worth a test drive. All right, we just used the driving assistance to overtake, but this is a school zone, so it immediately moves back. The response is very quick. Now we're in a school area with some congestion. Let's see how it handles this. This is very realistic usage. Driving, picking up kids, daily commuting. The road conditions here are quite complex, but honestly, it's doing a great job. That BMW ahead is occupying our lane. The old city layout means the lanes are quite narrow. Its acceleration under driving assistance is very linear. It builds speed gradually. Many new EV systems accelerate more aggressively, but this feels more passenger-friendly. I have to say, the braking feel of a traditional gasoline car and how this system controls it feels more comfortable than in EVs. It really does. We're almost at our destination, so let's stop and talk about the overall experience. This is the SAIC Audi A5 LR. After driving it, my biggest takeaway is that Audi is clearly trying to balance intelligence, comfort, and sportiness. For example, the wheelbase extension is only 3 centimeters. Why not only 3 centimeters when they could have made it longer for more space? Because they wanted to preserve the feeling that this is still an Audi, something that's enjoyable to drive. There are also some very interesting features, like the variable panoramic roof and the advanced digital displays. They're all sending the message that Audi today isn't just about driving pleasure. We want comfort and we want cutting-edge tech too. That's the strongest impression this SAIC Audi A5 LR leaves on me. So if you're looking for a car where you want EV-level driving assistance, the driving feel of a gas car, and no range anxiety, then I genuinely recommend you go test drive this car. And remember, make sure you actually test drive it. Only then will you really understand its charm. Got it?